Yes, you can start whenever. It's recording.
Alright. So, thanks for coming today, Liam. We decided to have you because this movie involves a lot of politics, and we thought that you were the proper person to go to for this type of genre of movie. So, to start, how did you enjoy the film?
Well, first off, thank you for having me, Zach. I'm honored that you chose me because of my knowledge of politics, and I'm happy to dissect the film with you.
Awesome.
So I did like the film. I thought it was a very amusing critique of American foreign policy in general, but also they did a good job of sharing the criticism around with the Actors Guild, with the terrorists. I think they did a good job of satirical representation throughout the whole film.
Definitely. So, next, do you feel like any of the actors from this film were treated, unfairly, in any sense?
So I would say that one actor in particular that seemed to be treated quite unfairly was Matt Damon. His puppet looked like it had mental problems to some capacity, and he was only able to say his name in kind of also a weird voice as well.
Definitely.
He definitely got ripped on. I think overall, though, all the actors did, with the acronym that they used, FAG, for the Film Actors Guild.
Yep.
So I think that was just pretty disrespectful in general.
Definitely.
To the actors.
Because I could definitely see the Bruce perspective, because they usually poke fun in this film at the liberal views from actors of saying what was it, drive hybrid cars and stuff like that.
And politically correct and everything. So, yeah.
So next, do you feel like the sex in this movie was too much? Do you feel like they went too far with what they did?
So we're dealing with puppets. Is one important thing to remember, I think, and I believe that it might have been a little bit over the top with how many different positions they decided to show, but I think they're just trying to fill up time in the movie and also just trying to get some laughs out of people. But I think it was appropriate. I mean, it was puppets. It's a rated R movie. They let you know that stuff's going to be in there.
Exactly, and they're able to go a little bit farther than any other if you're using actual people.
Of course.
Go that far.
Of course.
So next, with your background in politics, do you feel that this film was discriminating to the Muslim or Korean race and their government?
Yeah. So like I said earlier, I think it was poking fun at a wide variety of things. I think obviously the title pokes fun at America's foreign policy and how we believe that we are the world police and we should save everyone, but at the same time we usually end up causing just as much destruction.
Absolutely.
When they destroyed the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and the Arc de Triomphe all in one visit to Paris. So I think there's a lot of criticism, it's well-rounded criticism of everyone, but in terms of is that racist? I mean, sure, it's racist, I guess, but once again, it's clearly a satirical film, and it's not just them that are getting picked on.
Exactly. Everybody in this film gets made fun of at some point. Yeah. So how are the gender roles portrayed in this movie? Do you feel anybody was treated unfairly from the women to men in this film?
Not treated unfairly per se, but I mean, there were some gender stereotypes, Sarah went behind Lisa's back, and that was a big part of the plot line and everything. But obviously, Lisa and Gary ended up getting Gary, right?
Gary and Sarah ended up getting together.
Yeah, but then afterwards, Lisa and Gary got back together, right? Correct?
Yeah. After he left the team, came back because he actually had feelings for her.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that there was any negative gender stereotypes besides that one thing. I mean, they didn't have a ditzy blonde. The blonde in the film was actually very smart.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but that's what I would say.
So kind of off that question, do you feel the sex in this film was gratuitous by any means?
So obviously, like I said, it's a bit over the top when they do all the positions and I don't know if they were trying to show just a lack of caringness, I guess, in those films, but at the end, after they kill Kim Jong-un kill Kim Jong-un, save the day, and Lisa and Gary get back together, and Gary comes back because he realizes that he loves Lisa, and I think that shows that in the end the sex was not gratuitous, at least in that sense. Definitely. I know there were other scenes and everything, but for them it certainly was not.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, that's all I got today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I
you, Zach.
appreciate you coming,
Yeah.
and have a good one.
Thank you for having me.